Welcome to Know with Sam. My name is Samuel. I'm going to share with you on how you can get loan from any bank. Okay, you can get loan from any bank. First of all, loan is a beautiful servant but a terrible master. I repeat it: loan is a beautiful servant but a terrible master. If you do not use it well, like in my situation, I learned it the hard way. Okay, what did it do to me? It's damaged me for a couple of years. I couldn't. I lost relationship. I couldn't sleep at night. I thought of ending it all. I low self-esteem. I couldn't do any other thing. I affected my marriage, affected my relationship with my children, affected everything I was doing because I just couldn't. I didn't know how to pay back. Okay, I'm not ready emotionally to share, but I'll share it soon. People have been asking how was I able to get over the loan. I'll share by because I know there are lots of people out there, especially the young ones. I want the young ones to learn from my mistakes. Okay, you pray that whatever you learn shouldn't be from your errors. You learn from people's errors. Okay, and the older people. I want to thank a lot of the young guys that follow me on this page that we just started. For some reason, I don't know what's wrong with TikToks. It doesn't show the whole pages or wherever. It cuts it. If there's anyone who has an idea of how I can make it longer here, better. But otherwise, you can go check it out on TikTok. Okay. Now, why am I talking about loan? Everybody takes loan. Okay. Look at Dangote. His refinery. He took 5 point something billion loan, and as of this time, he has paid back 2 point something in it. Apple, one of the biggest companies in the world, they have $200 billion saved. They left it to go and borrow money to do. OPM, other people's money. What puts people in trouble is that they take a loan for something and they use it for another thing. For example, you come and you go to a bank that you need a loan, you put out your house for collateral or whatever, and they give you the loan. What do? Instead of you to go and put it into that factory, industry, or business that you took the loan for, or project or property, use it to marry a second wife like our politicians do, or they run to Dubai and buy a house in London or Dubai with a loan taken in Nigeria. What happens? It cripples the bank. Okay, so a lot of us, you borrow money from a PalmPay, all of you, Fair Money, all those apps that easily give loan now. I know people whose life have changed by that app. The interest is high, and I know lots of the youths, their life have been destroyed by that app as well. It depends on what you want to do. I will give you example. My nephew went to everybody, nobody gave her loan, and she took loan and paid back from the app. She does baking, meat pie, these things. It depends on what you want to do. Whatever you see that somebody. So, but anyway, let me take it out and share how I was able to get. So I went to meet my friend to help me with loan. After I dealt with my issues, I wanted to restart, and I went to meet him. I needed 10 million naira to assist me for business. He looked at me and laughed, say, "Hey, you're my good friend, but I can't give you. I don't want our friendship to be affected. It's going to be affected if you miss it. I don't really mix. If I have 500K, 1 million to dash you, I'll dash you, but I cannot give you loan for business. It's business, okay? There are most of our friends that have given loan different amount who fell out, and I respected him for that, and I learned a lot from that. Okay, our friendship is still in time, but he said, "This is what I'll do. I'll help you and teach you how you can get loan." That's the method I've used now, and now I have a capacity to borrow as much as 500 million naira. Yes, my friend borrows as much as 500 million naira. He said the first thing you should do. He said you wanted 10 million, but you can't get 10 million because you've not built a history with these people. Okay, the banks want to see your traction. Go to the bank. I told him the bank I bank with. He said, go there, ask for 1 million. I said, I don't need 1 million. What is 1 million? What I want to do is 10 million minimum. He said, no, go and ask for 1 million. And when you bring it, come see me. So I went to the bank it was a weekend. I went on a Monday. And lo and behold, they looked at my account and they gave me 1 million overdraft. Now, the interest I was supposed to pay back it was total of 1 million to pay back about 270 or some plus charges. And it was for 3 months. So he told me this is what you're going to do. Don't spend it. Don't use it since it's not up to what you want to use it. Take it back to your account. Give it to your secretary. Be flipping it every day. So every day I'll put in 200, withdraw 100. Next day I'll put 300, take 250. I was doing that almost every day for 31 days. By 31 days, can you believe how much traction when they check the column? Because you have this column of transaction. It showed I've done about 18.9 million. Okay, for just that month. And they now told me after that I should go back and meet them and ask them for 5 million. And I went and I asked them for 5 million. After I paid back with the interest, they gave me 5 million. I said, wow. They looked at it. I got 5 million. He told me, don't spend it again for another 1 month. Now they charged me again. He said, but now can you put it a bit in your business? I did. And I flipped it again. There was charges. Don't forget, there was charges. I think I paid about six something. I was bringing it for my business. And now say, go and ask them for 12 million. And I did. I got it. So likewise, the same thing. You can do it with private individuals. Look for an amount they can give you. Loan is about trust. Okay, loan is about trust, and for you to use it for what you borrowed it for. Loan almost put me in a lot of trouble. Okay, and that's why sometimes I've specialized on how to advise people on what to use it for. Okay, so you must use. For example, last week a friend called me that I know someone that is traveling out of the country. I'm trying to tell you why loan is good. And he wanted to sell his car, a 2015 Toyota Camry, clean, beautiful car, red color. And I went to see the car, inspected it. I was doubting if it was stolen. I checked the papers. It was the guy's name, did background check, police report, everything. It was fine. I took it. Now, before I left there, I sent the picture to somebody. This car goes for about between, on a cheap level, 14 million to 16 million. Somebody was already offering me 12 million. I bought it 9 point something million. Gave the guy that brought it 500,000. But now that's not the issue. The issue is how did I get the money? I didn't go and collect money from my business because I've learned the hard way. Before, when I used to take loan, when I took that loan, I had problem. I had about 3 businesses. I take from this, pay this person. If I can't pay salary from this person, I'll go and get from here. No, it doesn't mean that business A cannot loan business B money, but it must be loan, and there must be an agreement of how business B will pay back business A. Understand that. It doesn't mean that business A cannot loan business B money, but there must be business. So this is what happens. You see somebody works in a company, he goes to set up a business, and every day takes his salary to fund that business. You will never know that the business is not doing well. When you're going to know is when the income from that place stops. You find out that the business should be run independently. If it takes for you to give yourself salary from that business, the mistake we do, even if you're running 5 businesses, they should all be independent of themselves. With that, you see this skeleton of the business. You know if it's making traction or not. What's happening most times is that we take money from this business and we are funding this lifestyle. At the end, you keep asking yourself, but what's happening? Before you know, you've exhausted this other guy. No. In fact, you should be feeding this other guy. So you work in a company and you set up an ice block company, and maybe you had a pension or any amount you've saved aside. It should be a loan that you loan the ice block company. And your ice block company, even though it's owned by you, has to break out methods of how to pay back. That is how it's done. So most of another thing I hear about, especially a lot of our young guys, please stop it. You borrow money and you're arrogantly saying, after all, Dangote they owe. Who doesn't owe in this country? Everybody owes. And you'll be rude to the people. No. In fact, it said that the borrower is a slave to the lender. I repeat it again. The borrower is a slave to the lender. When you have that mindset, you're not a slave, but it means that whenever they call, you must listen. And my friend taught me, part of what he taught me is this, that when you're owing a bank and you service your loan, let's say on the 15th of every month, and by 12th, you know that you cannot get the money in 2 days, kindly pick up the phone or visit them and call them. It's a mark of respect. Do not block their number. Do not stop picking their call. Do not get aggressive and agitated, which is what a lot of us do. We are angry. Loan is a spiritual thing. It's like the talent of gifts in the Bible. Somebody gave you something. How do you return it? Do you return it the way they gave you or you went to bury it? Most of the youths, maybe a lot of the young people do not understand this principle. You run away, you change number, you own this loan app, you can never rise above that level. You can never rise above that level. Now, let me break your bubble. Go and check. Shell, Mobil, Total, all of them, they operate their major rigs with loan. Go and check. They have their assets. They use what they call OPM. Do you think that Apple has reserve of 200 billion? Why are they borrowing 200 million or 20 million to run their business? There's a reason for that. That's the asset base. So you don't mix it. And many of you, when you borrow loan, you pay back. So I repeat it again, the best way to get a loan, even from a friend, if you look at your friend and your aim is to collect 10 million from this guy, it's even better with individuals. And it looks like who has a 10 million, but there's a trust issue, okay? You can start by saying, look, my car broke down. Can I get 10,000 from you? I'll give you tomorrow or next week. What do you think he can willingly give? Immediately you give him. That's what I do. The next week, take that 10,000 naira, put extra 1,000 on top, even if you didn't ask. Credit his account. Say, I paid you 11,000. He would be like, why do you pay? It was 10 I gave you. Say, no. If it was bank, if it was a bank, that's what I do. If it was a bank, they will give. They will charge loan. So you get, and that's a small amount, right? Next time, ask him for 200,000. He gives you the 200,000, time to pay back, add 20,000 on top. That's nothing percentage wise. You'll be like, why are you putting money on top again? That guy will follow you to the end. That's the secret I've used for the last 7 years, whether with bank or with individuals. Okay, start small of what they can give you without twitching. Start small with what they can give you without twitching. If it's individuals, when you're paying, just put something on top. Cola not my inconveniences money, not interest. And if it's bank, pay them when it's due. Your focus should not be that 1 million you're collecting. Your focus, like my friend, should be that 500 million. That's where I'm going. When you have that mindset, you will be able to pay back. You do everything to pay back. Okay? My friend, this guy I'm talking about, said there was a time he couldn't pay back. He services his loan. Maybe he does like 15 million every month to service his loan. At the time he could not do it. He brought out one of his cars and sold the car, 20 something million, 215, and serviced the debt. Because why? He said he has another project coming out in Port Harcourt and he's going back to those same people. Many of us are short-sighted. You take a loan and you don't even, it's a business. It's a business the bank is running. It's a business, pure and simple. That is why the big companies can borrow from them. You, the small guy, you cannot pay the small money, and you're arrogant. You're saying after everybody owes, even Nigeria federal government. When I hear that, I don't even want to be close to people like that. I don't want to know you. It means your mindset is already wrong. You've sworn to remain small. So I beg you, young man, that is how you can get your leeway. And loan is a leverage. Many of us abuse it. It can either be a tool or it can be a destroyer. Tell yourself that this loan is I'm going to I will keep growing. And fine, all well and good. There are people that are growing their business at their own pace without borrowing from anybody. That's fine. Okay. And there are some of us and some of the big companies that believe that's how Dangote does or Tether. All the big people in the world, it's called OPM. It's like free money. Okay. For example, you want to start a business, you're borrowing 10 million, and by the end of the year, that 10 million can give you 100 million. And that 10 million you borrowed, if they add interest, everything, you're paying back 15. Now, on one hand, 15, cost of a loan, and 100 million. What would you rather do? Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to share. Subsequently, I'm going to talk about, let's hope I have this strength to, I'm going to talk about how I got into the debt. And I'm going to talk about how people stay poor. And I'm going to talk about why people stay poor. There's a reason why many of us stay poor, decisions we make and the mistakes we make. And now I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 businesses that you can do to get even, depending on your capital, on what you have. Once again, thank you very much. Leave your comments. If there's something you want me to take out for me to add, I'm a bit of an old school. You stay blessed, okay?